When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this.
There he goes! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Give to the running back. Look out, he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Scanning the field, it's Tollefson. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ashmore. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to Green. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for room, it's Peppers. Wrestled down at the 26, it's a gain of 4. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference.
Oh, they blocked the kick. They will stop him short. Turn it over on downs. The Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Zings it complete to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to take off. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. They get enough rush, and it picks off the sack at the 20.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed. But that...
Turning it on! He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Under fire. Caught. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Lee. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Kansas State really has this drive rolling.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man in the middle. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneaks it in.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Just listen to the little apple. You can hear it all the way to the big apple as they try to get the defense off the field. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Takes it the other way.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind, and they'd love to get something going here. From the gun, running back gets to give. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Got his man. Oh, spin move. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quickly complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard yards short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Did the work himself. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. The short hands, it's Knight. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lee. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And no signal from the officials, but not much push from the offensive line, and I don't think he reached the end zone. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Sneak gets it done. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off-play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters
looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Flushed out of the pocket. At the 35, he's got room. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on 1st down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another 1st down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Fires on the move. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. On the ground, it's Lee. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. Now they'll run the draw. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
Breaks into the open. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Works the middle of the field. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Catch in the middle. It's Cherry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. Ooh, hard running there. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Ashmore. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The corner... Now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air, it's Tollefson. Pulls it in, it's Stokes. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set, 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ives. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give as they work on that clock. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
This is something quarterbacks and receivers practice, guys, all week long, too. When plays break down, getting back on the same page and finding a place to go with the football. 4th down.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the extra point is good. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air. It's Tollefson using the quick game. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing